So here's a piece of news I wanted to talk about, but I really wanted to wait out until we got more information on it. This was announced from the official Honda Japan Twitter account, and it's our first actual images of the resin prototype of Masterpiece Skids from the Generation 1 1985 Season 2 character. Now, we talked about this in the past on the podcast. We kind of went into the reasoning behind why Takara Tomy decided to go with Skids this time around, this very obscure character within Transformers lore and the limited amount of appearances and lines that he's had. And I mean, they essentially said that, hey, 2021, it's going to be the 40th anniversary of the Honda City, which is the alt mode that Skids has been sporting all these years. And while the Honda City wasn't really that big a deal here in the Western world, over there, it was quite an important car. I mean, here in the Western world, the Honda City had a slightly more expensive older brother called the Honda Civic, and that was way more popular here. Where the Honda City, while it did have a kind of an import version over there as the ZT and the ZI here in America, the Civic was way more popular. To give like kind of a comparison, it's like we have like the Toyota Tercel, and then you have the Toyota Corolla. The Tercel was the Honda City version for Honda. So that being said, this is their primary reason. They have this partnership with Honda. They're going to be doing a special Masterpiece release to celebrate the 40th anniversary. And now that we have this prototype in front of us, we have a better idea of the fine details that are going to go into that of the alt mode and the robot mode. It's very clear that they're going for something that is way more accurate to how an actual real Honda City looks in alt mode than actually how the Fluoro Deary animation model was for Skids in the TV show, which is primarily what we've been seeing from Masterpiece recently. Very show accurate kind of designs and alt modes. And I'm going to post obviously images at the bottom here that show the difference, but they're going for very alternators / Binal Tech kind of accuracy. And as a result of that, you could see the fine details and differences. One of the primary ones is on the front grille of a Honda City, you have the emblem area, which is right next to the left front headlight. It'd be on the right side if you're facing it. So there's the emblem area there where they would have the logo and the production number and stuff. In the real car, there's that spot is covered. When they did the Fluoro Deary show design, it's done very differently. That you don't see that kind of stuff. Very little fine details here and there of the real actual model that are found on the real car that are going to be absent in the animation model are going to be present here with this because they're going for that 100% Honda City accuracy. And it looks great. I think it looks great. If you're someone who was a big fan of the alternators line and the Binal Tech line and loves that like super hyper accurate kind of design for the alt modes and you appreciate that and you don't mind sacrificing some of the robot mode and accuracy to the original product to kind of get that really cool car mode, then hey, all the better. They mention here that we're going to see more photos of this. This is again from Honda Japan's Twitter account. We're going to see more photos than just the two we've seen just now in Figure King magazine issue 277, which is going to be in March, which is just literally a couple days as of this recording. There is no mention of the little moped scooter that originally came with a Honda City. When you bought a Honda City, it was actually a little thing that was in the back of the vehicle, a little extra bonus, and the original Diaclone toy had that also. And that was something that was removed from the Skids version. Obviously some e-hobby repaints and stuff kind of brought that back, but it'll be interesting to see if they actually include that too with it. I mean, you could see the trunk space is there. This is a very alternators, kind of toy. I'm kind of curious even if that hood opens up and we see an engine. I wouldn't be surprised because, Skids has a lot of empty space that isn't used for transformation. So I'm really curious if there's even more extra details, the interior and stuff like that, stuff that we really don't see in the Masterpiece line, but we saw a lot with the alternators line. So it's a very ambitious, different kind of take here for a Masterpiece toy, considering what we've been so used to in the past couple of years. Now, on top of all of that, There is going to be a price announcement and stuff like that really soon. So expect that kind of information to surface soon enough. Again, we just have these two images. What we do have also, and I just want to give a shout out to, is that guy called Blaster did the color mock-up here that we're going to have also, so he could give you kind of a general idea of what it'll look like in full color. So what you're seeing here isn't the official colored prototype or anything like that. It literally is just a mock-up to give us an idea of how the colors will probably turn out at the end of the day. But it's interesting. It's interesting to say the least. Hopefully we get more information. Maybe we'll have some better images by the time we have our stream this Saturday. So we'll see what happens, but I'm pretty excited about it. Again, I was a big fan of the alternators line. As a car mechanic, that kind of stuff just really spoke to me. And it's funny because Skids actually was in the alternators line. He was a Scion XB, which I guess it worked. It worked for the time. Alternators was all topical cars for that era of that time. So it works for that. But I mean, this is really cool because this stays true to the old Honda City from way back in the late 70s. Stays true to that. Looks really, really good. And again, celebrating the 40th anniversary of this extremely popular car on that side of the globe. So let me know what you think about this. I'm excited, but then again, I'm a car guy, so I dig that a lot. But let me know what you think. I know a lot of people are cool about this. They're just kind of questioning the character, but again, there is a logic behind why they decided to go with this, and it's something that if you don't do it this year, I mean, you're gonna have to wait another couple years for, I guess, like a 45th anniversary. 40 is a nice round number. So I'm excited about Skids. Let me know what you think. This is cool stuff.